Hey guys, welcome back. This is Chand from studyeasy.org, and in this particular video we will set up this particular project and we will actually check what is there in this particular project, and we will further update this project step by step in order to connect with the database and list all the users in the project. As of now, there is nothing much in this particular project. First of all, let us check the database as well. In here we have this database. The name of the database is project and the name of the table is users, and here is a sample data which is already there in the particular project. Now our motto by the end of this section would be to connect with the database, list all the users which are there in the project database in this particular homepage. So we will list all the users which are there in this particular table, retrieve this information and display this information in this particular home page in a good and systematic manner. So that's our objective and that's our target. Alright, so as of now, if we check, we have this package in here by the name of org.studyeasy.spring, and if we check this app controller, this app controller is extremely simple to understand. In here we have this method by the name of homepage, which is handling the homepage in fact for mapping slash. So this is handled by the homepage method. Moreover, we have created this object of model and view type, and we have sent in index as the parameter to the constructor. As a result, the index.jsp file is loaded, and again the index.jsp file is again very simple. So there is absolutely no rocket science in here. These all things we already know. We have already coded similar projects in our previous lectures. So no rocket science in here. Moving forward, as we already checked our database, here is the database where we have user ID, the first column, then we have name and the email address. Note that when it comes to database, the naming convention is if there are multiple words in the name of the column, we will connect these words by taking help of underscore. As a result, there is an underscore between user and ID. But the naming convention differs a little in Java, and we will check that in a minute. Alright, so moving forward, the first thing which we will be doing in order to connect with the database is defining a model. So we will highlight this package and then we will create a new package. So we will highlight the package, we will create a new package, and we will give the name as model. So the full path is org.studyeasy.spring.model. We will click on finish. So there is a package inside the package. Now we will create a new model. Now what is a model? Model is nothing but a class which defines the data. So let us quickly create this class. We will give the name of the class as user, symbolizes the name of the class for an individual entity. So now let us give the name of the class as user. Now this user symbolizes an independent row in our table from the database. So the name of the table is users and independent rows would symbolize a user. This is the reason why we are giving the name as user. Alright, so moving forward, we will click on finish and the class would be generated definitely by Eclipse. Let us give a minute. Here we go. So the class is loaded. In here, when we define a model, must symbolize the table in a one-to-one correspondence. So in here, if we are defining a model for a database table, then definitely it will respond to the table. And in here we have three entities, user ID, name and email. As a result, we would be creating three private entities in here. So I will type in private int and the name would be user ID. In here we are following the naming convention. This is the reason why we are giving it as user ID and not user underscore ID. Alright, so let's move furthermore. In here there would be a string entity whose name would be name, and then we also would require a yet another entity which would be again a string, and whose name would be email. Pretty simple. All right. So moving forward, we would also require the getters and setters for the same. So let us right click, navigate to source, and we will generate the getters and setters for these three entities. Fantastic. So rest of our work is done by Eclipse. Let us also ask Eclipse to format the code a little bit for us. The shortcut for formatting the code is Control Shift and F. Alright, so everything looks good in here. In our next video, we will start coding for DAOs, which means data access object. Alright, so this is all about today's lecture. There was nothing much, but this is the basic and the foundation of our forthcoming videos. I hope I have made myself clear. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day and take care.